Hey guys, it's Benny G here from the Pedalhead Show. Hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to be modifying and testing out this cult classic Boss TR-2 Tremolo Pedal. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be going over this Boss TR-2. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. So, today, we're looking at the Boss TR-2. This pedal came out in February of 1997, so it's about 1 month or so older than me. This pedal has, a really good cult following of country players who love to use this pedal, and some alternative players as well that love to use this pedal. But it gets a lot of slack for a couple problems. Number one, there's a volume drop, so we're going to get rid of that. The other mod that we're going to be doing is removing a capacitor. So this capacitor's job is to remove all the high end. And what you'll notice if you put your distortions through the TR2, it loses all that grit and hairiness, especially from my DS1, which we all know the DS1 is known for that more higher tone, hairy, gritty distortion sound. And as soon as you turn on the TR2, you totally lose all of your really high-end bright distortion. So removing this capacitor here will fix that issue. A few more mods that we'll be going over is a flashing LED to match up with the rate of the modulated effect. As well, we'll be following some of the Wampler mods. They'll be written down in the description for you to follow and for you to use as a resource while modding your Boss TR2. So now let's do some sound examples of this amazing pedal stock. All right, now welcome back. So the first mod we're going to be doing to this Boss TR2 is going to help address the volume drop that's usually associated with the complaints that guitar players have for this pedal. So in order to fix this volume drop, we're going to look at R9. R9 is set for 10K. If we reduce that anywhere from 10K to about 3.3K, then that will bring up your clean signal and tremolo effect all at once. Now, I personally think this mod is great if you are going to be using the TR2 in the effects loop of your amp, but if you use it only in the front, you'll find that your preamp tube or distortions will compress your signal since it is doubled, therefore increased when you turn on the TR2. If you have it in front of your amp, you won't hear any of the tremolo effect because of all the compression that either your overdrives or your preamp tube is making. But in the effects loop, it sounds great. So if you have a Boss TR2 that's older than 2006, then you will have a trimpot where R9 is located. This trimpot is set for 10K, okay? Now, turning it either clockwise or counterclockwise will change the value. Now, you can measure that value by using a multimeter. Take the two ends, red and black, put it to the two legs of the trimpot. you'll find that on the other side of the circuit board. Set your multimeter to 20k ohms, touch the 2 points, and you'll see a lot of numbers. The numbers you want to pay attention for is anything that is under 10. If it's 10 or under, that's what you're going to be manipulating when you turn the trimpot with a screwdriver. All you'll need is just a flat screwdriver. Not a Phillips, just a normal flat. Not anything that's hard to find, just a simple screwdriver. All right, now let's hear the modded Boss TR-2 with R9. I set my trimpot to about 5.26. That's what the multimeter says, so we're gonna go with that. Let's hear how that sounds. Okay, now the next mod we're going to be doing for the Boss TR-2 is removing capacitor 7, C7. This capacitor is about 10 picofarads, and you want to remove it completely, or you can lower it. What exactly is C7? It's a low-pass filter, cutting out some highs to give more of a throbbing sound. If you remove it, all of a sudden your distortions have a lot more presence and brightness. If you just remove C7 and not touch R9, you might think that might be enough for you to keep the pedal more stock, but yet still get what you want with your distortions, especially if you have the TR-2 in front of your amp, not in the effects loop. Anyways, I've removed it. We're going to hear this in conjunction with the R9 mod. So let's hear this sound example of the C7 mod with the C7 completely removed to add more brightness and fidelity to your output signal. All right, now welcome back. So the next mod we're going to be looking at is going to be experimenting with the Boss TR2's rate. I've always been pleased with how slow or fast the Boss TR2 can get. I haven't really thought that I needed to increase the depth or rate of this pedal yet. But I thought for the experiment and the Wampler mods, I might as well show you guys. So you can increase the rate of the Boss TR2 by reducing R31 from 50K to about low as 10K, or you can even jumper for some really insane FM quality sounds. All right, so in this mod that you'll be hearing, I have a double pull, double throw switch on. One side you'll hear the stock 50K, and on the other side, you'll hear the alternative resistor that I have set for about 10K. And you'll notice as soon as you get to about 3 to 6 o'clock on that potentiometer, you'll lose a bit of the tremolo effect. So you'll have a hard time hearing it. But what you will hear is some insanely fast AM sounds. All right, so let's now listen to the sound example of this mod, increasing the rate. All right, guys, now welcome back. The next mod we're going to be doing to the Boss TR2 is going to be increasing the depth or height of the sine or square wave by reducing capacitor 4, stock 0.1 microfarad, and we're going to reduce that. In this demo, I've reduced C4 to about 0.068 microfarad. So experiment with what you like. Let's take a listen to the sound example and let me know what you think in the comments. Hey guys, welcome back. So the next model we're going to be doing is going to involve changing the waveform of the sine and square wave of the TR2. Now, if we look at R19, stock at 10K, if we reduce that resistor to about 4.7K or 3.3K, you can drastically change the sound of the waveform. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Just so you guys do know, I did put the pedal back to stock before switching out this resistor, so you all get a better idea of exactly how R19 changes the waveform of a stock. All right, now let's take a listen to that sound example right now. All right, now welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the variation of modifications that I did to my Boss pedals here at the Pedal Head Show. There's one last extra modification that I'll show you guys. It's going to be in the link description below. It's on a Strat Talk forum, and this mod will show you how to have your LED flash with the rate of the tremolo modulation. So you'll need a few parts for this, okay? You'll need an NTE 123 AP transistor. You'll need a 10K resistor, and you'll also need a 47K resistor and some AWG wire. So this mod, it takes a little bit of building before we start touching the pedal. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, do you want that red LED or do you want to change it? First thing you want to do is switch out that LED. I switched mine out for a green. Didn't like green, thought yellow. If you guys like yellow, leave a like for this video. Thank you. So, in order to make the LED flash with the rate of the modulation, we're going to have to solder the transistor, one resistor, to the small circuit board that the LED... Here's a picture of what we're working with. So, on a transistor, we have three legs. We have an emitter, a base, and a collector. You usually have the flat face, and then you have emitter, base, collector, from left to right. So what the mod says is that we are going to solder between the base, the middle leg of the transistor, and the emitter, the left leg of the transistor. We're going to solder a 10K resistor in between those 2 points. And that's going to be on the left side of the transistor. The other leg, the collector, is going to be sitting flat on the orange cable point of the LED PCB board. The resistor and emitter is going to be touching the green wire side of the PCB board where the LED is sitting. And from there, we're going to take an AWG wire down to R37. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. All we're going to have to do is take the 47K resistor, put it on the other end of that AWG wire that came from our LED PCB board, transistor, 10K resistor. Then with the leg sticking out of the 47K resistor, we're going to stick that into one side of R37. Now, here's a picture. As it seems a little bit difficult to understand how to do that, how I did it was I shifted over the resistor R37 and heated up the solder in the back, and that moved the resistor over a smidge, but I still had a really hard time getting that resistor leg into the hole. So what you need to do is get one of these and what we're going to be doing is just having this tip barely in the hole, and we're just going to scrape out a little bit of that plastic, and that will give us enough room to fit the other leg in, add some more solder, and we'll have no problems. Now, so far, I've had no issues with noise with the pedal bypassed or any noise with the effect engaged. So this is a bulletproof way to go if you want your LED to flash with the rate of the tremolo modulation. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around through this video. I was Benny G here at the Pedalhead Show. Hope you guys found what you were looking for here in regards to which mods you like to do with your Boss TR-2. The Boss TR-2, in my opinion, is one of the best tremolo pedals out there. And as we learned, it's very tweakable with all of these modifications. And depending on where you're going to be placing your TR-2, some of these modifications might or might not work for you. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, keep modding pedals, and I'll see you in the next episode. I was Benny G, and I'll see you guys at the Pedalhead Show. Take care. Bye-bye.